Welcome to the CHCH Newsmakers podcast. I'm your host, Rick Zamperin. If it is making news in Hamilton, Halton, and Niagara, across Canada or around the world, we're going to tackle it here on Newsmakers. Our guest today had an eventful 2025 when he was thrust into the world of politics and most recently made headlines in the Middle East. Joining me on Newsmakers is Hamilton Centre Liberal Member of Parliament, Aslam Rana. Thanks for joining us today on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rick.
You had a very, as I said, eventful 2025. First-time politician. You recently tried to get into the West Bank, and maybe we'll start there. Take us back to that position. You're trying to get into the West Bank to do what? Why were you there?
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, we would like to have, direct what's going on the ground over there. And we had a different meetings scheduled with different Christianity organizations and some Jewish organizations and some Muslim organizations who are working on the ground and supporting the needy peoples. We had meetings with them, actually.
So you had meetings with humanitarian organizations
Right.
and officials to see how Canada can help in this relief effort?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Because lots of other organizations who are working in here on a humanitarian basis in here in Canada and with cooperating with the Canadian government, their representatives were with us too, and they also wanted to see what's going on over there, what kind of the help those people they needed, so that we can provide them.
So take us back to that. What does it look like? What are they telling you? How did you not get in?
Yeah, actually, we had a special passports, MPs, and even we got electronic visa as well for the entry. But once we went there, and they took almost 3 hours, and they verified and checked the background for all those people who were in that delegation. And after 3 hours, they came back and they said, "Sorry, we cannot allow you to enter." And they gave us some reasons like the public safety and those kinds.
Were you surprised by the decision? Were you expecting to get in?
Yeah, we were not expecting at all because they knew that we are coming, like delegation and 6 MPs, they are coming in there. They knew. And obviously we got visa as well. So there was no issue at that time, or they did not tell us that something, or we can stop, or we will deny. But there was nothing like that.
Do you plan to go back?
After almost 5 years spending on the border, because we were discussing with them, and then we called our foreign minister and our embassy, and we were in touch with them, and then they said, just better come back. And then we went back to Jordan, and then we visited different Palestinian camps over there.
And was this an effort on solely that you thought of, or was it? Did you have to ask permission of the Prime Minister? How did that work in terms of getting?
Yes, actually, different organizations, the humanitarian organizations in here, they approached us and they asked us. They did lobbying, and yes, we agreed, and we discussed with the Prime Minister office. We discussed with our Foreign Minister office, and we got permission. And they told us, they briefed us what to do. We can go, and once we arrived in Amman, Jordan. So very first in the morning, our Canadian ambassador, he came and he briefed, and he came to see us, and he briefed what's going on. And then even United Nations program head, he also met us over there.
Canada has recognized Palestine as a state. What do you think our country's message is to Palestinians in doing that?
That was the reason, because Canada recognized Palestine as an independent state. So that's the reason even we went there and we wanted to see. And our message for those people is like we are with them on a humanitarian basis, whatever the help they need. And our government also sent them some aid. And I think we will work with them. Yeah.
What more can Canada do?
Along with the allies, G7 and other countries, Canada now can support them because we recognize them as a state. So I'm pretty sure sooner in the near future, as an ambassador, the person can come in here, and via United Nations, we can support them. We can give them more support and on a humanitarian basis.
As I mentioned at the beginning, 2025 was a a happy year for you. There was obviously some challenges with what's happening on the global scene, especially with our allies and partners to the south. But take us back to the spring election. You're a business person in Mississauga who's running in Hamilton Centre. What was 2025 like in terms of going through the election, winning a seat in Parliament, and now representing Hamilton Centre?
Actually, I'm not a business person. I was back in till 2014.
Okay.
But after that, I did my master in civil engineering, ME, from Toronto Metropolitan University, and I was working for City of Toronto in Development Engineering Division and ECS Division, and I just resigned from there. So now even I moved in here in Hamilton since end August. Yeah, and it was a big, it was a big change, honestly, being, the government employee and then in politics. It was a very successful year for me. No doubt we worked hard along with my party, Prime Minister, and my own election campaign team. We all worked hard and we made it. Yeah.
What drew you to the world of politics, or were you always interested and thought this is just a natural step for me?
Yeah, Rick, I was involved in school and university unions, college unions that time when I was in school. And since 2000, I came in 2003 in here as a skilled worker immigrant. And in October 2003, I landed. But February 2004, I joined Provincial Liberals. And then I was working at the gas station and was doing a pizza delivery. But again, in 2010, I joined the Federal Liberal. At that time, there were some elections. And I involved in, first of all, there was our Transport Minister, Mr. Omar Al-Gabra. So I joined his campaign and he started working with him as a volunteer. Since then, just kept going.
Being a campaign volunteer and being a member of Parliament are two different things. What has been the biggest eye-opener for you in the House of Commons?
How we work over there, especially I am involved in Science and Research Committee, so how we work in that committee and how we decide what to do, and that honestly is a big challenging even right now, because we have to pledge dollar amount for the research for different universities, and we have to get the witnesses and the testimonies from different professors, doctors. That's also challenging along with the other, the bills and those things.
Do you enjoy?
Yes, no doubt. I am enjoying. Yeah.
I was going to say, do you enjoy the day-to-day grind? It's not an easy job.
Yeah. No, I am enjoying, because honestly, even before entering practical MP, I was helping lots of people whenever they needed help, because I knew around 6 to 7 MPs, and I was approaching their offices and were asking, requesting help if somebody needed. So I was always there. Yeah.
Hamilton Centre has long been held by the New Democrat Party. How was there a pride factor that you finally won a seat for the Liberals in that riding?
No doubt. Prime Minister appreciated me a lot. My party and my other caucus members, they always appreciate me, even still. And no doubt it was a big pride moment for me, for my party, and for the Prime Minister as well. Even Leader of the House, he came in here during election campaign. When he saw me, I went there for my oath, and he saw me, he said, "Yes, brother, you made it." Yes, we are so proud of you. And yeah, everybody was so happy. And I'm thankful to Prime Minister Honorable Mark Carney, because he came within 30 days. First week I could not find even my office place to sit, to put my chair. But within 30 days he came twice, and he planned even to come even the last day of the election campaign. But there was some mishap in, I think, Vancouver. So he canceled the third trip. Otherwise he was coming in here 3 times within 30 days. We have 343 ridings, but to come within 30 days in 3 times in one riding is not easy, especially for the Prime Minister. Yeah.
What are your hopes and plans for Hamilton Centre? What needs to happen in that riding?
Especially affordable housing is a big issue in here, and mental health, because around, I think, big number. I can't mention that exact number, but it's a big number of the people who are living on the streets. I have to pull them out of those streets and give them some beautiful place to live. So for that, actually, I'm working on it. And in our budget book, there is $25 million for our family YMCA. We got approved, and there are 600 cooperative long-term affordable housing units in that one. And also, we did the groundbreaking for indigenous people at 204 Gage Park Avenue. There are almost 44 units in there, and also along with the Prime Minister's expedited program, we completed all 84 affordable housing units at 550 Queenston Road in my riding, and we did groundbreaking for another project that's for the seniors in my riding. And I'm working, and hopefully there's another for indigenous community. We are having another program in the pipeline that's on Dendron Street. And I know our federal government is not involved, but there's another project. It's called the Jamesville Housing Project. Thank God that's also started. In my riding, there's a 650 plus affordable long-term housing units over there as well.
Did you have a hand in those negotiations? I know the city and CN Rail were at odds, at loggerheads, in trying to get this started.
Because when I started my campaign, it came to my knowledge that there's some issue with the CN. So when I won election and I was sitting in one of the briefing when the CEO of the CN was in there, and I raised this issue, almost there were the 78 other members of the parliament were in there along with me sitting there. And yes, I raised that question, and she said, no, we are working on it. Aslam, just give us some time, and we will find some solution. And this is the result now.
One of the biggest factors for most all Canadians has been U.S. tariffs and the uncertainty it has created in our economy, especially. What are you hearing from constituents, especially business leaders in the Hamilton area, that they want to see you deliver in Parliament?
Absolutely, very good question. Actually, 65% of the steel production is in my riding, and especially Stelco, DeFosco, National Steel Car, Genco. Even Genco is further in the next riding. But we are in touch with those people, and even since beginning, even Prime Minister came, and Industrial Minister, she came in here, and the Transport Minister, she came, Christopher Eland, she was in there. We are in touch with those people, and we had some plan we gave them already to National Steel Car people as well, and they were actually planning to go for almost 800 people for the layoff, but thank God we saved that one at the Christmas. That was not a good time for the layoffs. So, and the same thing, we are working with DeFosco as well, and they're okay. I know tariff is a big issue at the moment, even from 25%, then 50%, and then it started like 35%, and then 10% another. Our government negotiating currently, they are on the table, and I cannot further comment about that because this is on the table right now, and the Prime Minister and the team, they are working on it.
Those are critical jobs in this community. Stelco, ArcelorMittal, DeFosco, you mentioned National Steel Car. That's a lot of jobs associated with those three companies alone. Are they asking for more funding? Are they asking for better opportunities to get their product to market? What are they asking for?
Exactly. They are asking definitely their product should be used somewhere. So instead of sending it towards the south of the border, our government is starting, nation build programs and mega projects in there. So we will use all that steel in our own country. Right now, we announced speedy railway, speed train, high-speed train project, which is starting from Toronto to all the way up to Montreal, and that's going to start sooner. You will see from Ottawa and Montreal section that will start first, and the same with the pipeline. We just signed MOU along with the Alberta government. So yeah, we will use our own steel in our country. We are the buyer, we are the producer.
You're referencing the Buy Canadian program, which is going to entice or encourage companies and governments to deal within the country in terms of buying and selling goods or services. When it comes to those interprovincial trade barriers, are they being broken down? I know a lot of those decisions have to come from the provincial governments.
Right. That was the first bill we put in on the table in the parliament, and we approved. And within a very short, within the month of June, inter-provincial trade barriers. So that was a big issue, and now that have been resolved. And even steel, that will be shipped here and there within the country, and we reduced the price of our shipping like half, if you see in this budget.
We had some breaking news over the weekend with the United States capturing the leader of Venezuela. They want to take over the Venezuelan oil industry. How do you think that's going to impact Canada's oil and gas sector?
I don't think so. It will impact. We have our own production, and we have a better oil, and I think it will not affect our own local industry. And this month, I'm pretty sure we will enjoy the cheaper gas prices.
Do you envision that maneuver by the United States might even push Canada forward to getting our oil to other countries, and thus the need for more pipelines?
That's the reason. We signed that MOU, and we are trying to shape our oil towards the Asian market. Yeah.
Ukraine is another interesting scenario that our country is dealing with. Our Prime Minister has committed to helping Ukraine with potential troops on the ground. Has that been a big talking point within Cabinet, within caucus?
Because this one recently was, I think, Prime Minister's idea, but again, our House will start in this end of this month, so definitely we will discuss these things over there. But right now, everybody is at home and helping their constituents, and they're busy in the ridings. So the same with me. I'm in here right now.
What are your priorities in 2026? What's at the top of your to-do list?
Again, mental health and affordable housing, and how we can save the jobs.
And is a lot of that partnerships? Because a lot of municipalities, a lot of local organizations in cities like Hamilton, they'll work with upper levels of government to get funding, to get these projects on the ground. What's that conversation like?
Yeah, actually, lots of local organizations, they apply, and definitely even in my riding, like people, they got one organization, I forgot its name, they got $100,000 from our artificial intelligence ministry, and also I got almost $980,000 along with not only my effort, our team effort, it was for our art gallery as well. This is the first time we got for the extension. Also, I got approved $150,000 for our waterfront cleaning. There are lots of other fundings, and we got for our ridings. Yeah.
It's also going into an election year in 2020 municipal-wise, right, in terms of the mayor and council. Is that something that upper levels of government pay attention to?
No, actually, these are the municipalities, and these are, non-partisan. So therefore, we are not involved in those kind of elections, and not our government. And people who are, this is only the public. They have to decide whom they're going to vote, and we stay away.
Yeah, you just grab some popcorn and watch the show.
That's it.
You mentioned housing and home building. How do we get more homes built? Because I think everyone agrees that more homes need to be built, more affordable housing is needed in our community, but there is a bit of a disconnect in terms of wanting to do something and actually seeing it. Where is that disconnect happening? There are
lots of organizations. They should apply for for CMHC funding from the federal government, and most of the people, they don't know actually. If they go online and they check it, and I think still the link is open for CMHC funding, and different organizations who are working. Like I mentioned about the indigenous and for the seniors housing project, they applied and they got those fundings. So they should go apply, and then if they don't know, they can approach my office, they can approach my other colleagues, their offices, and we are there to assist, to help.
We've seen some members of Parliament cross the floor, most notably from the Conservatives to the Liberals. But you also mentioned Chrystia Freeland as well. She is leaving the Liberal government, which you're falling now one seat short, closer to a majority. What's the discussion been like about people moving across the hall?
That's all because of our Prime Minister, his personality, his charismatic personality, his program, his education, and the way he is leading the country during this crisis. I think this is a crisis time after World War II. No doubt we are in that crisis time, and the Prime Minister is the one who is leading properly. This is a real leader. If you get a chance, you meet him whenever. So you will love his personality and his programs. He is the one, like whatever he has in his mind, honestly, is good for our nation, good for the country. Yeah, he is doing his best.
Has he?
That's the reason our other, the crowd of the people on the other side of LA and on the other side of the house, they think and they study his program, and they're coming towards us.
Has he surprised you at all in terms of his leadership capability?
Yes, honestly, but I'm impressed. Even though I'm a civil engineer, I did master and I applied for PhD as well, but I could not make it because of the certain lack of time and a big family. Honestly, I like the way he works.
What about within the House of Commons? There's a lot of arguing that goes along, and viewers will see, Pierre Poilievre and Mark Carney go at it, and maybe someone from the NDP chime in. What's that like? Is it like a circus? Because sometimes it looks like it's a circus atmosphere.
Especially, QP, the question period is always like that. Everybody they try to express his views, and they ask the question, and on our end, we are answering, we are responding, and whatever we are doing for the betterment of our country, for the betterment of our residents, we express, we tell them. I know it's a little difficult time. Every day, almost like an hour and 15 minutes, and from 2 to 3:15 around. Yeah.
How would you describe it? As fun, as stressful, anxious? What are some of the feelings that you have when this is going on?
I take it as a fun. Yeah, and especially whenever there's some very serious questions, and definitely our end always respond properly, because all the nation is watching, and we cannot just turn around. We have to properly answer, and we do. Yeah, our government team is always responding them properly and on the facts and figures.
We talked a little bit about Venezuela and the Middle East and Ukraine. Greenland seems to be in the United States crosshairs as well. What do you make of the whole Donald Trump talk about annexing Greenland for security purposes?
Our foreign office can explain these things properly, but the thing is, Greenland is an independent state, and it's under Denmark, and we respect, and we will go with our European allies, and
does that worry you at all? Because, the president has talked about annexing Canada as well, right?
Yeah. No, we don't agree with his statements or those kind,
What's your message to Hamiltonians for 2026 and beyond?
They should stay positive. They should trust in our government. They should trust in our team leader, Honorable Mark Carney. We are there. We will save their jobs. We will bring more opportunities for them, for their jobs, and we will bring more money for housing, and we will try our best to take the people off from the streets who are sleeping over there. Even, with the federal funding, we completed the emergency ward for St. Joe's Downtown Hospital. So we are trying, even though that's a provincial issue, but still federal government, wherever we see, we always pitch in our portion as well. Yeah.
A lot of important issues on the table. I thank you for your time today, and good luck this year and beyond.
Thank you very much, Rick, to you and your listeners. I'm really thankful to you. You gave me this opportunity, and Happy New Year to you and all the listeners, and we'll stay in touch.
Same to you. Aslam Rana from Hamilton Center. That is a wrap for the Newsmakers podcast. Thanks for checking it out. You can also tip your cap, as I do, every day on the podcast, to the All-Star Cast behind the scenes as well. If you like today's episode, click the thumbs up, hit subscribe, leave a comment. You can catch the Newsmakers podcast on chch.com/podcast and wherever you get your favorite podcasts.